Hi, YouTube friends. This is Patricia, and I'm with the Dead Talkers, here to bring you a video to answer the question, is Morgan crazy? Or shall I say, cray cray? And is he too far gone to help in the fight against Negan? Spoiler warning, if you have not watched The Walking Dead Season 1 through Season 7 up till episode 14, you will be spoiled if you continue watching this video. Consider yourself warned. When we first see Morgan in Season 1, Episode 1, titled Days Gone By, he is a devoted father to his son Dwayne, and he is struggling to get over the tragic death of his wife Jenny. During this time, we see Morgan as a tormented man, having to watch Jenny walk the streets outside of the home he and Dwayne were living. We also saw Morgan struggling with having to put Jenny down. It wasn't as if Jenny had just died. Her reanimated corpse had remained present outside of their home. I think this is the first sign that illustrated that Morgan was not able to deal with loss. It also seemed as though Morgan is stuck in his grief because he declined Rick's invitation to go to Atlanta. I'm not sure, I don't remember the excuse that Morgan gave for not going with Rick, but I think that we all concluded that it was because he had some unfinished business. He had to put Jenny down. The next time we saw Morgan was in Season 3, episode titled Clear. We found Morgan held up in an apartment. That was when Rick, Michonne, and Carl encountered him while on a supply run. Morgan had booby-trapped the street outside of his apartment with, he had rigged some type of, had spears and all these apparatuses. He had animals in cages trying to trap walkers and humans. Morgan was also found to be mentally unstable, and we learned that Dwayne was not only dead, but zombie Jenny killed him, and Morgan finally was able to put Jenny down. Morgan presented as a severely damaged and intensely grief-stricken, broken down man. Morgan was so far gone that he did not recognize Rick initially. And in a fit of anger, he stabbed Rick and attacked him. Morgan was so messed up that he begged Rick to kill him. Again, Morgan refused to go with Rick, insisting that he needed to stay and clear. In Season 6, Episode 4, titled Here's Not Here, we learned that Morgan remained in that booby-trapped apartment after Rick and company left. And at some point, the apartment burned down, and he ended up living in the woods and was obsessed with clearing walkers and humans, which to Morgan meant killing on sight. Morgan was a deranged lunatic, and the show brilliantly illustrated this with the special effects. Also in this episode, Morgan encountered a survivor named Eastman who was living alone with his goat. Before the apocalypse, Eastman was a criminal psychiatrist, and with his teachings of Aikido, I don't even know how to say the word, Aikido, he was able to bring Morgan back, sending him on a different path, which he went from blind rage killing everything to killing no one, because all life was precious. We saw a calmer, peaceful Morgan. In Season 7, Episode 14, titled Bury Me Here, Morgan suffered another loss, and we saw him straddling the line between sanity and madness once again. After the unexpected death of Benjamin, Morgan began to unravel, and suffered what looked like a psychotic break. Morgan uncovered Richard's plan that caused Benjamin's death and then violently attacked Richard, strangling him to death. For fans like myself, Morgan's recent erratic behavior raised questions regarding his mental state and what part he would be able to play in the upcoming fight against Negan. Initially, I thought that Morgan brought the crazy back and that we had lost Morgan. However, considering a few facts, I came to a different conclusion. First, in Clear, Morgan's thoughts were unorganized and random. If you remember in his apartment, he had all these scribblings on the wall, all these writings. And when he was in the woods, he had written all of these phrases on stones and rocks and other things. I think he put pointless acts and clear all over the place. And the current Morgan, he was able to strategically move forward with Richard's plan to lull the Saviors into a false sense of security that the kingdom would continue to do what they needed to do. Number two, Claire Morgan was completely out of control in on a killing rampage, and current Morgan did not attack the Saviors, particularly Jared, and he did have a chance to do that at that drop. Number three, Morgan also listened to Carol and stayed at her house instead of going on a Savior killing spree like he initially wanted to, which indicated that he could be reasoned with. And in Clear, Morgan was completely unreasonable. Rick could not convince him of anything rational. And number four, Morgan told Carol that he was going to kill the Saviors. I believe he said one by one. And before, he felt that he needed to clear everyone in sight. Just anybody, everyone. Number five, I think that Morgan has a better chance of coming back now than he did before in Clear, because now he has people with him that care about him. In Clear, he had no one. He was all alone. So if you ask the question, is Morgan crazy? Is he cray-cray? Has he lost it? Well, what I can say is that now he does know what needs to be done, and that he knows who his enemy is right now. I think whether crazy or sane, Morgan is a force to be reckoned with and will prove to be a valuable player in the upcoming fight. Although I'm not really certain how Morgan will hold up if he encounters another loss of someone he cares for. Because we all know in this upcoming fight against Negan, there's going to be casualties, there's going to be losses, and they're going to be on both sides. So if that's just one thing that I'm concerned about with regard to Morgan and his ability or capacity to maintain his sanity, to maintain control of himself. But so that's where I stand with Morgan for now. Please let me know what your thoughts are and your feelings are regarding Morgan and how he's going to fare moving forward. Do you think he is crazy or cray-cray? And I think that's all I have for now. If you have not subscribed, please do like the video and comment below. And until next time, thank you for watching.